When you were 10 years old, you received the ultimate compliment from every adult you met. Wow, you are so mature for your age. You are an old soul. You are a pleasure to have in class. While the other children were screaming, fighting, and learning the messy hierarchy of the playground, you were discussing books with your teacher. You felt special. You felt superior. But now, at age 25, that compliment has curdled into a curse. You walk into a room of strangers, and you freeze. You don't know what to do with your hands. You don't know when to interrupt. You treat every casual conversation like a thesis defense. You look at your peers, the ones who were immature and loud back then, and you watch them navigate social situations with an effortless grace that you cannot understand. You feel like an alien anthropologist sent to study the human race, but you lost your translation guide. The truth is painful. You were mature for your age at 10 because you skipped a crucial developmental stage. You traded your childhood for approval, and now the bill has come due. To understand why this happened, we have to look at a concept called asynchronous development. In a standard child, the body, the intellect, and the emotions grow at roughly the same speed. But in the gifted child, the intellect is a runaway train. Your cognitive ability raced ahead of your emotional and physical maturity. Because your brain was advanced, you sought out stimulation that matched your intellect. That meant talking to adults. Adults are predictable. They follow rules. They take turns speaking. They value logic. Children are chaos. They are irrational. They are emotional. So, you made a logical choice. You withdrew from your peers. You stopped playing tag because it seemed pointless. You stopped engaging in the petty dramas of the schoolyard. You thought you were being above it all, but what you were actually doing was skipping the gym. Social skills are not intellectual theories. They are contact sports. You learn them by fighting, by making jokes that don't land, by being teased, by negotiating the rules of a game. By hanging out with adults, you learned how to be a polite employee, not a peer. You learned how to answer questions, not how to build connections. This leads to the primary friction point in your adult life, the conflict between information and emotion. For the gifted mind, communication is about the exchange of accurate data. If someone says something wrong, you correct them, not to be mean, but because you value the truth. For the neurotypical mind, communication is about social bonding. They don't care about the rain statistics. They are trying to share a feeling of misery to build a connection. You spent your childhood being praised for being right. You're so smart. You know all the dinosaur names. So you assume that in adulthood, being right is still the currency of value. You enter a conversation and you fact check. You offer solutions when people just want to vent. You dominate the topic because you know a lot about it. And then you wonder why people pull away. You wonder why they think you are arrogant or intense. You are playing chess while everyone else is playing catch. You are trying to win the conversation. They are just trying to keep the ball in the air. Eventually, you realize that your natural way of being wasn't working. So you did what smart kids do. You studied. You analyzed social interaction like a science project. Make eye contact for 3 seconds, then look away. Ask them about their weekend. Laugh when they laugh. This is called masking. And while it helps you survive, it creates a new problem, the uncanny valley effect. People can feel when you are calculating your responses. When you are scripting your next line in your head instead of listening, there is a microsecond delay. You seem robotic. You seem performative. You are working twice as hard as everyone else in the room just to appear normal, and yet you still feel a mile apart. And the cost of this performance is exhaustion. A 2-hour party leaves you needing 2 days of isolation to recover. You aren't just introverted, you are socially straining under the weight of a mask that gets heavier every year. So, is the solution to learn better social skills? Do you need to read more books on body language? No. That is just more studying. The solution is to stop trying to be a normal person. You will never be good at small talk because you find it fundamentally boring. And that is okay. You need to stop looking for validation from the popular table and start looking for your own tribe. There are other people like you. People who communicate in info dumping. People who value deep talk over small talk. People who don't need eye contact to listen. Psychologists call this parallel play or neurodivergent communication. It isn't broken, it's just a different operating system. You didn't lose your childhood, you just saved it for later. It is time to stop apologizing for your intensity. It is time to find the people who don't want you to be mature for your age, but who just want you to be you. If you are tired of masking, like and subscribe to my channel. We are building the tribe you should have had 10 years ago.